Alright, welcome back to the Old History Project. Here we are at Heritage Days 2023, and I figured, the month of October would be a good month to do a cemetery walk. I ain't done one in a minute. So, a brief introduction to where we are. This is the Sam Powell Law Office here. I have filmed it before, but I have not ever filmed the cemetery. I've been watching a lot of cemetery walk videos lately. It's just been popping up on my feed, and I figure, why not? So Heritage Days 23. If you've never been here, make a trip next year. It happens once a year in Rogersville, Tennessee. All right, so we are at the old Presbyterian cemetery here in Rogersville. I think this is Washington Street. Contains a lot of prominent families, early families. Shanks and Roger in Hawkins County were very wealthy and had lots of land. So, of course, the first Presbyterian church organized in 1805, and in 1824 the cemetery was first used. I'll let you all read the rest of that. Of course, that is, I believe, the First Baptist Church now, but more on that later. So you got Shanks here, big family here in Rogersville. My mama grew up with a lot of Shanks and spoke very highly of them. Fred Shanks, veteran of World War II, teacher of American citizenship at Rogersville High School. That's pretty cool. James Nelson. Rachel Ann Ross. And I've not really researched much of these people, but hopefully somebody will see somebody they know, and we'll just go from there. Get on the other side of this. Geneva Butler, 1870. She was 1 year old. So back in those days, folks, that was very common. Die in infancy as a toddler. George Edmonds Clemens. You guys will see it easier on the camera. 1836 to 1864. I wonder if he was a Civil War soldier. RSF Edmonds. Can't see a date. 1861 is the death date. Rebecca Winston. Dr. H.U. Walker. 1802 to 1866. He's an old man from back then. Now these go the other way. Something Alexander. 1790 to 1875. Rogersville, East Tennessee. That's interesting. It's got a little, I think that's a Bible verse down there. I'm not entirely sure. Alexander. All these must be the Alexander plot. And they're buried. Who's this? Two sons, and George, and I can't read that. 1841. Like I said, you see a lot of that in these older cemeteries. Lots of children. W.C. King. Now Sam Powell, I do know that Samuel Powell is buried here, right next to his house. So I did do some minor research on this place before I came up here. Somebody left a keychain. Hey, there's Sam Powell. Who's this? William Simpson. Born in Ireland. I can't read what county it says. It says the county up there. Huh. Ah, Mary G., wife of Sam Powell. The nice big stone obelisk. Sacred to the memory of Sam Powell, the Honorable Sam Powell. He was a lawyer, born in 1776, died in 1841. Now about that house, it's thought that that's one of the earliest buildings in the city of Rogersville. So, can't read that. 1845. So there's a lot of older graves here, which is expected. Thomas Russell, 1831. Looks like it's broke, but maybe 1910. Unfortunate that that's broke. And so, by the way, here's the view from this cemetery. From what I'm told, from what I've researched, the Stagecoach Road came right in front of this, which makes sense. That would have been the front of the house right there. So, Tennessee, those of you guys who've never been, I don't have viewers from Germany and everywhere else. This is the color we get in Tennessee. James Gunther. Big stone obelisk. Well, this is a unique one. I've not seen a design like this in a cemetery. W.M. Simpson. Ah, half of the tombstone is broke off. I assume that's what this is here, but we'll leave it alone. 1824, 1886. Something Rogers. Reverend W.M. Wilson and Reverend something T. Rogers. Another unfortunate broken one. Something Eliza. Bell Guthrie. See, what's that say? Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Oh. George Rutledge Powell. I've heard that name before. Where have I heard that? George Rutledge Powell, Ruth Fane Powell. The Fanes are a prominent East Tennessee family. Sarah Fane Powell and Mary Rutledge Powell. And George Powell Jr. down here. Lots of Powells buried over here. I can't really read that. Something Maddie something. You guys will see it better than I will. George Hassan. Now, I've seen something about this family. They had a house here in Rogersville, and there was a newspaper article that came up with this thing on Find a Grave, that their house was torn down, but this, I don't know when the date was. But he was just a couple of years old. John Hassan. Miller. I just left a blanket there. I guess he's chilling out. And there's also graves over here, right behind the church. I guess that one would be a graveyard. Huh. I didn't know those were there. Frederick Steidinger, I guess. Yeah, that man was almost 100 years old. Well, friend, editor of the Knox Resistor High School. Frederick High School. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. John K. Shields. Dr. Frank C. Painter. Wytheville, Virginia. Now, there was a featured feller on this list. His name was Christopher Columbus something or another. Apparently he was a captain. I don't know much about him. That's a nice tombstone. Alright, last one, then I'm going to wrap this up. Confederate veteran, Colonel of the 29th Regiment, Tennessee Volunteers. Who are you? Sam Powell. Okay. And Mary Armstrong Powell. Armstrong, that's another prominent family here in Rogersville. Well, this is old Presbyterian Cemetery here in Rogersville, Tennessee. We're beside the First Baptist Church. And that's the Sam Powell Law Office that is currently under restoration. It was abandoned for a long time, but and everybody I knew called it Key Bill's place. If you go on Google Maps, you can go to 2008 and you can actually still see the siding that was on the house. Typical log cabin, not like hay slope at all, but cool. Alright, gotta film these guys for KC. Some Rogans. Rogans with no names. Robert McKinney Rogan. Alice Heisler. Robert. And Blanche Rogan. Well, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget about my merch store. Link down below.